Hi, everyone. My name is Debbie. I'm a licensed master social worker, and I wanted to share with you my newest book. This is probably my favorite. It's called Frontotemporal Dementia Understanding, Caring, and Finding Hope. This is the large print edition, and everybody should get this book. And it's going to be sold on www.connectionchronicles.net. It is going to be a book for caregivers and clinicians and anyone who wants to understand frontotemporal lobe dementia. So let me read a little bit on the back of the book. Okay, so it says dementia changes conversations long before it changes memories. When my husband Larry was diagnosed with frontotemporal dementia, everyday moments, repeating questions, mixed up words, sudden shifts became both bewildering and sacred. This compassionate, practical guide helps families turn those hard moments into connection. Inside, you'll find clear, plain language explanations of FTD and how it differs from other dementias. Gentle communication scripts for adults and kids, what to say, what to skip, calming strategies, redirection tips, and real life caregiving stories. Simple routines, checklists, and planning pages to make life easier. So, in this book, let me go to the introduction here. So, introduction, understanding frontotemporal lobe dementia. And if you'll see in the background, that is Larry, my husband. Frontotemporal dementia is a complex neurodegenerative disorder that affects the frontal and temporal lobes of the brain. It impacts language, behavior, and personality in ways that can be both confusing and challenging for those diagnosed and their loved ones. Understanding the different clinical subtypes of FTD is crucial for caregivers, families, and professionals to provide compassionate and effective care. This book blends clinical research with personal caregiving experience to offer practical strategies and hope for everyone walking the dementia journey. So let me go over just a couple of the chapters here. So here's chapter 1 is understanding frontotemporal dementia. More than just memory loss. I have a fan on here, so it's blowing my hair in my face. Let me turn it off here. There we go. Okay, and then it also has reflection questions. How has your understanding of dementia changed after learning about frontotemporal dementia? Can you identify any behaviors or language changes in your loved ones that might align with FTD symptoms? So you have a place over here where you can write down your thoughts and what you've learned and how the brain changes in frontotemporal dementia, recognizing the signs, what to look for. And then here we have what is called the FAST stage. Okay, the 7 stages of dementia. Okay, stage 1, there's no cognitive decline. 2, very mild cognitive decline. Stage 3, mild cognitive decline. Stage 4, moderate cognitive decline. Stage 5, moderately severe cognitive decline. Stage 6, severe cognitive decline. And stage 7, very severe cognitive decline. My husband, Larry, as you see back here, sitting in the chair looking for dirt on the floor. And that's what he does. He does some things that he's very laser focused on certain things, and he doesn't let go easily. If there's a task to be done, he wants to hurry up and get that task done. And even though, we may go to bed later at night, in the morning by 10:30, he has the bed turned down and pick the lint off his house shoes. So things like that are very common with dementia. He is in his 7th stage of dementia, and he is on hospice at a low level of hospice because he is not in the stage where he needs a lot of help, but he does need a little bit. So what I did with the 7 stages is I wrote what I did in each one of the stages, and they're here in the book, and you can read them. Also at the end of the book, okay, there's resources for caregivers and clinicians. Frequently asked questions. How do I know if my loved one's behavior is due to dementia or just normal aging? Nutrition and exercise for brain health. And I go through some of those things as well. But I wanted to show you back over here. And then here's my Appendix B, caregiver resources and tools, and common caregiving challenges and solutions. And right here is my references. So I wrote this book based on my paper I wrote in abnormal psychology in school. and I just transitioned it into a book so it would help caregivers. So I structured it in a way that it would make sense and not just be a research paper for you to read. However, I did include all of the references to my paper in case you wanted to just do a little bit more research and look into what researchers are saying or have said about frontotemporal lobe dementia. Now, let me add this little tidbit of history. Back in the, I guess, 1919, 1920s, and so Dr. Alois Alzheimer, and whose Alzheimer's is named after, and Dr. Pick, they were colleagues, and a lot of people didn't give Dr. Pick a lot of credit or respect for his research on frontal lobe degeneration. When Dr. Alois Alzheimer read his paper, he was so intrigued by it because the lobar degeneration was also prevalent in Alzheimer's. So he used Dr. Pick's paper. Now, Dr. Pick is known for Pick's disease, which is early onset dementia. And it's usually frontotemporal lobe dementia. My husband got dementia when it was triggered by stress. He got it when he was 58 years old. He's 66 now. He's had it for 8 years. And I'm his full-time caregiver. So anyway, I highly recommend you get this book to learn about frontotemporal lobe dementia. Share it with your friends. Please take this video and just share it with everyone and let them know that, hey, there is somebody out there that understands frontotemporal lobe dementia. She lives it every day. I am a licensed social worker. I did write about this in school, and I highly recommend it again. Anyway, if you have any questions, please leave questions in the comments section. I'm more than happy to help out. And again, you will find my bookstore on connectionchronicles, that's plural, .net. Okay, if you have any questions, I'm more than happy to help you out. Have a great day. Bye, y'all.